Good evening. My name is Brightops, and welcome back to Warhammer 40K Mechanicus. Now I will start off by saying that the poll I did for the last video to decide which mission we would do, I might have labeled a bit incorrectly. Because, basically, just to clarify to people, when I said science above all else, I meant Skilvola, and when I went death to the Xenos and their works, I meant more Vedex. However, with that bit of confusion, I'll consider that particular poll null and void, but we do have to press on and do something. In this case, I'm inclined to go after a destroyer. We will bring both of our tech priests and a bunch of servitors to help. And we will keep these two on hand in case we require them. Reports received from Subdomina Capria. Synthesis follows. Heavy resistance /minimal gain / mounting casualties. Confirm yes or no / no. Correct. There have been setbacks. Our troops have encountered a new Necron War-Form. Reaction equals delight. Pray, Tech Acquisitor, explain. Enemy Warframe, Provision Designation Destroyer. Anti-grav technology confirmed. Explorator request / file accessed. Anti-gravitational technology is an area Stegaris 8 Magos has requested as high priority. Study of Provisional Designation Destroyer plus Desirable plus Necessary plus Sacred Duty. And you would be famed through Stegaris 8 for exploiting this technology. Statement Agreement. Request formulation follows. Commence deployment immediately. A concentration of Necron destroyers is playing merry hell with our Skitarii units in the tomb of Ecopris. They are highly mobile and heavily armed weapons platforms. Taking them on is dangerous in the extreme. +++ reason to observe them. Our troops possessing such technology exploited to conclusion. Equals greatly increased battlefield effectiveness. I was raised to see that as dangerous thinking, Magos. Put such piety aside for now, Subdomina. Is the cohort ready to advance? They are. I have plotted the likely location of destroyer units. They are somewhere within this complex. The fortune of Mars be with you. So let's see, where is... Okay, here's our target. And... okay. So I guess we'll just push on. I will admit this is not the first time I have attempted this mission. I've had some difficulties with my recording program, so I may occasionally stop and start. Try to just make sure that it hasn't stopped working again. Transmission origin equals Necron. Xenos language study opportunity. Request study. Hark not to the aliens' words, ye unknowingly repeat them. True when Archmagos Veneratus Halion wrote it, Magos, true today. This chamber is bathed in a constant data flow transmitted by the tomb's own awakening protocols. This transmission must be of Necron origin. We can attempt to decode it locally, we can attempt to decode it with the ship, or we can just block it out and keep from the communications and keep going. Personally, I'm kind of in the mood to block it out and see where we go. The cohort's comm units are recalibrated to cut out the transmission. However, this creates a howl of feedback that alerts nearby Necron units to their presence. That doesn't seem to have affected us, and we've gained CP. So, push on. Mission relevant opportunity / combat data on provisional designation destroyers. Plus acquire minus ignore. This chamber is the site of a skirmish between a unit of Skitarii and the Necron destroyers. A few corpses, badly mauled by gas fire, lie around a horridly erected fork-weave barricade. Let's see if we can pray for the fallen. We can search the fallen for useful supplies, or we can peruse examine the marks of weapon fire and other evidence for information on their tactics, which I am happy to do. Calculation commences. Lives of Skitarii troopers / additional Necron combat data. Calculation complete. Exchange justified. The cohort spends a long time documenting the weapon marks and wound patterns left by the destroyers. These particular Necrons seem to use their mobility to unleash massive targeted firepower against key targets. And it's given us additional CP. Wonderful. Let's see. I don't think we've used one of these items yet. Though spending the time we have, it has given us a point towards Necrons waking up. Glyph. A single port designed for a Necron Kenotech creature extrudes from the device. And we have to pick one of these two glyphs to try and get a result. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. A single port design... Well, we took two damage to one of the servitors, so... Admittingly, they're there to eat damage, so it's not like we've lost anything of value. The Lives of the Logic Saints, Psalm 61. Even in death, our duty is not complete. A mortally wounded Skitarii lies on the floor of this chamber, his torso laid open by gas fire. He was evidently caught in a firefight and left behind when his unit fell back. It is likely the Skitarii were attacked by Necron destroyers. This Skitarii might have witnessed their tactics up close. We can access the trooper's internal cognitators for data recorded during the firefight. We can interrogate the trooper about Necron destroyer combat tactics, or Deliverance, administer medical assistance to the trooper. Well, as harsh as this is gonna sound, I don't think he's in the position to be interrogated, and while we could spend time giving him medical assistance, let's see what data we can get. The cohorts insert a data probe into the dying trooper's quartile port. The shock of extracting the data of his final moments finishes him off, but the cohort acquires several minutes worth of data showing that destroyers emerging from the shadows in perfect coordination and unleashing a fatal crossfire. They are heartened that the trooper was able to share this knowledge even at the moment of death. Omnissiah, watch over you, brother. Omnissiah, watch over you. And we are at stage 2 of the Necron's awakening. Another gift room. Let's see what we got. This panel controls a heavy door leading to a treasure room, beyond which is filled with cognition. If we can work out the right commands, then we can reap the rewards within. Let's see, I believe we tried you last time, but let's give this one a shot. Okay. A container of some sort that seemingly has raw binary seething within. Clearly it is of Xenos origin. Sparks of data leak through the aged sealant used to contain the treasures within. More Blackstone, which is good. We can use that. Intrigue. Most interesting. Not all forms are humanoid. / logging data. Plus Centaurian form plus gravity defying. The Xenos show that they are more alien than we originally thought. Text of the oiled cog version 12 states, one converge from the standard form, but one must always retain their humanity, or be lost to the men of iron and their ways. I do not mean to diverge from the discussion, but what are these iron men? Unclear. This text was logged many millennia ago. There's no other reference to them in my cogators. Stay focused, brothers. We have a new enemy afoot, and we must ensure they do not surprise us with new trickeries. Be alert and focus. Our goal? Destroy this thing. And we are definitely bringing the servitors out to take bullets for this. And oh look, they're calling in reinforcements. Wonderful. Now here's the really dangerous thing about the Destroyer is because they have the ability to, within a round, they move twice rather than just once. They have 2 actions. And we also have a new item to use, delay turn. As long as you don't do anything, you've just delayed the unit's turns. Delaying a unit's turns will move the unit to the end of the initiative queue. You cannot delay a unit's turn more than once. So because we delayed his turn, we can actually move the other servitors forward, and thus out of the way. Thus allowing not only our tech priests, but other units to actually move forward a little. First off, let's reveal your stats. Okay, you're just a straight up 18, so you're a tanky son of a bitch. At least compared to the average Necron. We're just going to pick up a cognition point because we kind of need them for our attacks. They're very important. That in this particular Necron warrior isn't really in range to cause us any trouble. Not right away, at least. And it seems that this wall is providing us with ample cover and is protecting us from the Destroyer just outright wrecking our shit. Let's see if we can bait this thing out into the away into the open where we can surround it. Actually, we'll delay turn for him, just simply Because that way, we can, as I said, we can try and lure the destroyer out into the open. And if successful, we might be able to just have our servitors just rush in and surround, preventing it from running away, and thus we can pin it down and just beat it to death. Because 6 damage, that is painful. That is absolutely painful. And we're going to take advantage of these cantles, which are basically like, kind of like spells, honestly. We can only use them once per mission, so you have to be kind of careful, but we can definitely take advantage of this chance to make sure we do a little bit of extra damage with this attack. Nice. Looks like more Necrons are coming, including their little scarabs. Ouch, 7 damage. Yikes. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Just gonna move the servitors up to try and eat some fire. Oh, and we also got rid of that little scarab thing before he could really do anything to get in our way. Actually, first things first, though. We're gonna do just a quick thing of healing on... just on Exploiter Sirius. Since we do not wish for him to be killed, because I will admit from personal experience, I know for a fact that in the event that a tech priest goes down, they don't die. It just costs us Blackstone in order to... a lot more Blackstone than normal in order to actually get them operational again. Which, admittedly, depending on your views, it can be annoying. Just simply because... well, for all you know, it kind of just takes away some of the impacts that, say, XCOM has, in that permadeath's a thing. However, if all your tech priests go down, the mission is declared a failure. And the destroyer is down. Though more Necrons are coming. And we have to kill them all. Oh, I thought... Actually, we're going to take advantage of the fact that his attack is charged, does extra damage, to go and smack this guy in the face. As well as pin him down so he can't get a shot off. And while we're at it, we can finish off the destroyer to make sure he stays dead. Because we don't need him coming back. Not enough cognition points. Still not enough, because the arc rifle takes 2 to fire, but... if nothing else, we are in a strong position. Their main attacker is down in the form of the destroyer, and yes, the scarabs can attack, and they do acid, which isn't a great thing to go up against, because it means at the end of your turn, your unit takes a point of damage, at least until healed by an Engineer. Oh joy, you're dead. And we might as well just make sure you're gone, so we don't have to worry about you. Admittedly, it's a waste of a cognition points, but sometimes that's what you need to do. And we're just moving to break this console, just to lower the amounts of lower their awakeness level. We're gonna try and fix that up at some point. Okay, this is gonna hurt, but not by too much. Because we kind of needed to do that one simply because well, in order to make a distance, we kind of needed to, well, take a hit. Because we only have melee range. At this point in time, anyway. Okay, and this Necron warrior had a point in... was able to resist physical attacks, which might explain why he's managed to survive this long. Let's see, that one's close to finishing the protocol. And that scarab is dead. Wonderful. And the Necron warrior's down. Huzzah! Victory is ours. Mission complete. The cohort withdraws from the tomb, having experienced the prowess of the Necron's destroyers firsthand. If nothing else, the Adeptus Mechanicus have learned of the stark danger these Necron War-Forms pose. Anti-Gravity Comprehension Index, plus 3.9%. Projected beneficiary equals Sigret error Adeptus Mechanicus. I am focused on matters much closer in space and time at Scovola. Retrieving Tech Acquisitor Statement of Purpose. To perceive the grander picture. To strive to acquire and understand for the benefit of all mankind. Be that as it may, I am more interested in how your studies will help our mission on Siva Tembris. Platitude mode. Trust in the scientific method, Magos. / end platitude mode. Let's see, repairs on the tech to heal the tech priests are going to cost us a bit, but of stone, but not as much as it could have been. Let's see, mission successful. We've gained a spotlight, which at this point isn't that important, but this one is. Increasing the cog gauge means that instead of being able to store up 4 cog CPs, we can now have 5. Which doesn't sound like much, but that little additional energy to perform attacks and such may prove vital. Okay, first let's give Explorer Series an upgrade. Escape. Avoid all opportunity attacks and plus 3 meters to movement. So he can now just dart along the battlefield pretty hardcore. And let's see, what can we do? We can give him a little... This little item basically means heals for 2 health. It's not as good as the Curato Claw, which we can get later on. But we can heal a little bit of damage without spending Coggator processing power. So we actually have some healing, which is beneficial to a tank. And we'll also give Conrad a bit of an upgrade. Attack Protocol Servo Skull. See, this is what I thought we had for a moment, but my mistake, I forgot we hadn't upgraded to this yet. Basically what this means is, when he scans an enemy with the Servo Skull, not only will it reveal their stats, but it will also deal a point of damage to them. Which may not seem like much, but... well, just for the brief amount of damage that can do, that can be useful. Plus, we also am going to give him the Phosphorus Plasma Blast Pistol, or one of them, just solely so that he has a weapon, even if we don't have any power to use his bigger gun. And let's see what our next missions are. Grave Goods. Explore the remnants of an evacuation into the tomb of Ecrus made by the original Imperial settlers on Silver Tembris, and recover any Archotech they left behind for Tech Acquisitors Scivola. And let's see, the items we can get. Phosphor Serpentar. Cognition cost 2, cooldown 1, so we can use this every turn. Single target ranged attack. Reveals target statistics. Deals 4 to 6 energy damage to target. Let's see, Machine Spirit plus 2 damage. A favored weapon among many tech priests. If the target survives the initial trauma, then they are soon felled by the light-guided volleys that follow. That is a damn good weapon. Especially for Conrad, that'd be a good one to give to him. Let's see, Cognitive Canister. Target a troop. For its next base attack, it gains +1 damage and 25% critical chance. Boosting the Cognitive Canister allows the user unbelievable cognitive processing power, able to analyze a target's weaknesses within microseconds, improving the probability of precision attacks on the target's most vulnerable elements. Or alternative, we have Winds of Change. Lector Dogmatis Vidix has requested the deployment of a Sensor Servitor to fumigate the tomb of Algolith and cleanse its spiritual corruption. And in return for that, we would get an Infectus Macro Generate, which single target melee attack, knocks back the target by 1 tile, and deals 1 physical damage. It doesn't sound like much, but this is a really good item from personal experience. It's a good item for finishing off a downed Necron. Since all you need to do is attack them once and and you don't have to worry about them coming back. And the Curato Claw, which heals 2 to 4 HP. It's effectively the bigger cousin of the thing we just gave to Serious Armor, but it has a bit more of a cooldown and it costs a point of energy to use. But that will be all for now. Until next time, my name is Brightops, and I look forward to hearing from you.